guys, Angel down here at Indian Motorcycle Tucson. Today I wanted to do a little bit of a walkthrough on the all-new Ride Command system featuring the all-new 2019 Chieftain. This is a little bit of an informative video for those of you that already own a 17, 18, or 19 motorcycle on how to better operate your Ride Command, how to get into some of those cooler components, and also show you some cool features that maybe you don't know about if you currently don't have an Indian. So follow along with us on your own bike at home, or just sit back, relax, and enjoy all the information we're going to share with you. First things first, we want to hook up our Indian to a trickle charger or battery tender. Most dealers are going to stock these battery tenders. We keep them on hand at all times, and you can usually pick one up for under 40 bucks. They're a great tool to have at home, and they're going to keep our bike from dying as we're running these very high draw electrical systems on the Ride Command. All of the new Indian motorcycle models come with a lead already installed on your battery, and they're located on the left-hand side underneath your side panel. Our model we're featuring today is the 2019 Chieftain. So these controls are going to be very similar to what you'll find on an 18 or a 19. So first, I wanted to show you some of the main controls that are not related to the Ride Command. That is going to be your horn, a high beam, and low beam. This actually has you granted a little flasher now, so that's kind of a cool new feature. Blinker. The audio on the 18s and 19s is just one little toggle opposed to a giant pad. That pad just kind of would get worn out and it's kind of difficult to press over time. The other toggle you'll find on the left-hand side is actually for the GPS. So when you're in your navigation, that'll zoom in and out on your map. So that's all that toggle does. Now over on the right hand side, we have the kill switch and the start. Indian has put the start and the kill switch on one button. We also have cruise control on the right hand side, just a on and off by a simple click, and then set and resume. I always recommend to remember the rule of 4 when using your cruise control. That's 4th gear and at least going 45 miles per hour, and this will engage every time for you. We also have our power windshield control on this right hand side. Moving on to our main display and console, we have of course our miles per hour and our RPMs in the main gauges here. If for whatever reason your Ride Command is just too much to handle, you can tap the power button and get just the sleep mode, or hold the power button for a few seconds and it'll power down your Ride Command while still leaving open your main gauges that give you your speeds, RPMs, gear indicator, and current odo. Going back to our Ride Command, we want to go ahead and turn on our power down feature. Since we are playing around with it, getting to know it, you can do that by dragging down this top little Indian tab, going to the settings button in the far right hand corner, scrolling down to vehicle, and at the bottom of that vehicle setting is override automatic power down. Let's go ahead and hit yes, and now we are set up to get to know the bike a little better. Starting off, you have 4 main categories. You have your main Ride Command button, our audio button, Bluetooth, and navigation. You can also jump between all these buttons with the left trigger on the left-hand side of your controls. That'll move through all of your windows, hands-free, without actually touching any of the buttons or the Ride Command. When you're in the main Ride Command, you're actually broken down into 3 customizable screens. You can jump between the 3 by hitting the buttons down at the bottom, or you can actually swipe left and right to accomplish the same thing. Now when I say customizable, this is completely up to you how you want these screens to appear. For example, we're currently looking at vehicle control and a mini radio. If I hit this little button in the far left or right hand corner, I can change which screen is actually visible. So I just changed it to vehicle status and vehicle control. Now over here we have a trip 1. You can reset by this little circle up here in the corner. Ride data, vehicle info, vehicle status. We don't need 2 vehicle statuses, So like I showed before, you can go ahead and change that to a trip to if you like. Feel free to set these up to what screens work for you when you're out riding. Moving on to the audio, if you double tap the button, it'll open your FM, AM, Bluetooth, and USB. Your USB connector is up in the top fairing, and your Bluetooth audio will sync seamlessly when you have your phone and your headset in. Moving on to your Bluetooth, when you're ready to set up your phone and headset, just tap the sync button. It'll ask you if you are ready to pair up your phone. Just hit OK, jump into your phone settings, and turn on your Bluetooth. They'll find each other rather seamlessly and quickly, and then you'll be able to be synced up. Same with your headset. When you're syncing up your headset, just keep in mind you'll want to turn whatever Bluetooth device you're using onto the phone pairing mode, not just general pairing. You want to treat your motorcycle like another phone, and then that will seamlessly sync phone to headset to bike. Moving on to your navigation, you can zoom in and out with the buttons off to the left or with that toggle on the left-hand control, and you can also pull and squeeze like you would on your phone. Center back out with this little button here, and this also can change the different views you can change the navigation to. Some people like 3D, some people like it a little bit more grid, whichever you prefer. Now in the far right hand corner is our main form of giving the navigation controls and telling it where we want to go. You have places of interest, gas stations, recent destinations, along with a saved category. Every time you go to a new location or punch in an address, it'll automatically come into this section. You can also transfer off of your Bluetooth from your phone locations you want to go to, or hard load up off of a USB drive a map you may have already selected and built on your laptop or computer. When you're punching in the address, keep in mind you start with your country, then go into a state, and that's when you'll be able to punch in the city, and then street number before the actual address name. You'll also be able to pick a city center at any time. One of my favorite features on the new Ride Command navigation is the drop pin. So let's just say you have a general idea where you want to go. All you have to do is hold onto the map for a few seconds, calculate the route, and it will build you a route based on the general area you're wanting to go. You can also change if you want fastest, shortest, scenic, or to avoid highways. Going back up into this main setting, new on the 2019 models is your ride mode settings. So you can jump between Tour, Standard, or Sport mode. You also have an all-new cylinder deactivation. That is located in your vehicle section of your settings, so exactly where we turned off the automatic power down. It's right up at the top. You can turn your cylinder deactivation on or off. And then you have some audio options, time, and general settings all underneath that little drop-down window here at the top. You can manually adjust the brightness of your Ride Command, or you can set the auto, which will automatically adjust the brightness depending on if it's daylight or nighttime out.
I hope this has been very informative for you guys. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message or give us a call at the shop. Thanks for watching.